and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I have a guest today who I'm anxious to interview, Dane Verstrat. Dane, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Dane, let's begin with the most basic principle. Pot, also called cannabis, Mary Jane, marijuana. What other names does it have?
Oh, there's plenty.
Plenty other
It's
names.
endless.
All right. Well, anyway, I don't know much about pot. I've smoked it before. As I joked yesterday, I actually inhaled and did get a little bit of high, unlike Bill Clinton, who refused to admit it. But Dane, tell us who you are and what you're doing as it relates to cannabis in Ohio.
Well, cannabis is, still classified as a Federal One drug for the federal level, but in 2018, the Farm Bill passed, which allowed hemp to be legal for the process of using it for CBD. And since
what is CBD?
CBD is the cannabinoid system that the CBD actually affects your cannabinoid system, and it helps you. Helps heal you, helps relieve anxiety, helps sleep.
Is that part of the Ohio medicinal marijuana law?
I am unfair. No, it is not.
Okay, all right. Well, go ahead. So what, do you own a business that is connected to this?
We own a Purely CBD, which is a retail outlet for CBD.
Okay. So what do you sell?
We sell tinctures, we sell water solubles.
What is tinctures? There's some people that don't know what these things are, including me. What the hell's a tincture?
Well, a tincture is...
it sounds very simple.
It's a little tiny 30 milliliter bottle of oil with an eyedropper, and every day you put 1 milliliter underneath your tongue.
Okay.
What else? That's how you ingest it.
What else do you sell?
The water solubles, you drink those, you mix that with your morning coffee, whatever, water. There's bath bombs, honey sticks, tea.
Honey sticks? Hey, this is a PG show, Dane.
There's 30 different ways to ingest CBD. You can smoke it, you can inhale it. There's
And you talk about the system. Is this for pain?
It is. It is for pain, and it's for anxiety. What it does is it basically helps your body that's already functioning just work better.
Do you need a medical prescription for this?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so what you're selling, you can sell to anybody?
Absolutely.
Okay, where's your store?
We're located in Westchester, Ohio. There's also Purely C. There's 71 different stores in the United States, so you can just look us up at purelycbd.net.
Right. I'm going to back up a little bit and just talk generally. You know, the legalization of marijuana seems to have sold. Do you know how many states where it is legal no matter what?
No matter what?
Like in other words,
I think you're in the teens.
Full legalization.
Yeah, full legalization.
How many states is it medicinally?
I think it's 39 now.
Okay.
There's total.
Now CBD is the same as marijuana, isn't it?
It is from the same plant, from the same lineage of plants. It's from cannabis, but it does not contain THC, which is the thing that makes people high.
As somebody who's never been a pot smoker, never been a pot grower, although my brother Jed and I we used to raise 2 acres of tobacco, 2 to 4 acres, I forgot, and we used to always think, God darn, can you imagine if this was marijuana, how rich we would be? But it just seems to me that there's no idea is more powerful whose time has come. And I think everybody finally woke up to the idea that marijuana is probably better than freaking alcohol.
Absolutely.
In other words, I don't know about you, but I'd rather get in a vehicle with somebody who's been smoking weed than drinking alcohol.
Absolutely.
Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
So it seems like we are on this trend. I mean, professional athletes now, they're going to start letting them, I think, smoke marijuana, do whatever, ingest what they want. And I want you to know that I support all of that 100%. You know, the criminalization of it, everything about it. Now, recently, Congress, with a lot of Republicans voting with, I mean, the bill was like 300 to something. What did they just pass in Congress?
They passed the decriminalization of marijuana.
On a federal level.
On a federal level.
On a federal. What does that mean? If that were to pass the Senate, which I think the old stodgy people in the Senate, there's a question whether it would pass. But what does that mean if that would be passed? We could all smoke pot.
Exactly.
Okay.
We would be joining some other states that have already legalized it.
Now, I think it's kind of hysterical that when Ohio passed what they passed, that they get this long laundry list of things that they can prescribe. I mean, it's like, my goodness, it's all encompassing. Yes. But it kind of peeves me off that you can take it for a doctor's prescription, but not otherwise. But what really peeves me off is that these big corporations, these big guys, can go sell marijuana, set up their little shops, sell the pot. But the little guy who's selling it to their neighbor, their friends, they're just still doing it illegally.
They're going to jail.
That burns my ass.
Yep.
Dane, when I was in jail, in the G-Pod in Hamilton County Justice Center in September of last year, I met a guy that was a house framer that was actually in jail. He was going to go back to state prison for a couple years for selling edibles. So here we have, doesn't that piss you off?
It's been going on forever, so it doesn't surprise me, but...
The little guy goes to jail, corporation makes money. Now, you sent me an email, and you expressed, being one of the little guys, some of the frustrations that you've had during this COVID so-called pandemic. Tell us about it. What is going on with your business? How have you suffered? I mean, you're not a restaurant and bar.
No.
But more than restaurants and bars have suffered. So tell the American jury what's that all about.
Well, we're a retail establishment, so face-to-face commerce right now, as you know, is
nil.
Nothing.
Right.
So, but we are still fall under the essential category. We have stayed open every single day through the entire thing to help people. I mean, there's so many people.
Now more than ever, you need some CBD.
But people are very confused.
By golly, I think I could use some CBD.
They're confused that CBD still contains THC, which is the illegal part.
Right.
CBD is absolutely legal.
Right.
So, through the pandemic,
THC, the technical term for marijuana,
is bad.
Oh, by the way, I know how to pronounce marijuana. I say that jokingly, of marijuana. Anyway, go ahead.
But anyway, the COVID things killed the face-to-face interaction. So, with all the talk of saving small business and the SBA and the PPP, and everybody's heard it for the last 10 months, I've reached down on every single level that is available and been rejected for every single thing.
Reach out to like who?
Well, the federal government and the SBA for the PPP loan that everyone knows about.
Did you all get a PP loan?
We did not. We were not, and we started our business in January. But to be able to get the PPP loan, you have to show W-2s and tax information from 2019.
So new businesses, too bad.
Too bad.
Now, don't you love these people that draw lines like where they draw them?
Yep.
Who else have you reached out?
The SBA, GE Credit Union. Most banks will not deal with anyone who's involved with
because of
cannabis.
Yeah.
Banks, having anyone hold your money that's related to that to earnings from cannabis can be seized.
What would you like to see happen? Like for your business, what would you like to see happen? Like let's broadcast this. What do you want?
I'd like everyone just to come in and get educated. Honestly, we're not going to be around too much longer without the customers. So we've stuck it out a year, and we just hope that everyone comes in and gets educated and learn what CBD can do for you.
To help you out, I want to make sure that you give to Roger so we can put on the screen your address, your phone number of your business,
absolutely,
and everything else. In fact, this is funny because one of the things I've been wanting to do is an idea for the show is to have maybe somebody on once a week who has a small business and struggling. So you might kickstart that whole thing.
That'd be great.
Because now, is this your full-time job?
This is not.
So you have another job. You're a great American. You have another job, and this is your part-time job.
Yes.
Do you have any partners?
My wife is my 50% partner.
You can't have a better partner than the wife. You bring the woes home to her. She already knows what the woes is. Now, who cooks dinner?
She does.
Well, what a good woman you have, Dane. You've done well.
She's better than most.
Any final words that you'd like to share with the American jury about what you're going through and the support that you'd like to have from them?
Well, number one, when people say that they're helping out small businesses, the way to help small businesses is by actually go out and visit their stores and help support them.
You gotta put on a mask to go in the store.
You gotta put on a mask.
But by the way, there's these people. By the way, I am as a libertarian, First Amendment rights. Screw COVID. Screw the mask. Screw lockdowns, guy. But I've even succumbed to the idea like, okay, if I got to put on a mask to support this place, I'll put on the stupid mask.
Yep. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but it is. By the way,
is.
Planet Fitness, they make you wear a freaking mask to actually work out now. But I have to admit, I kind of put it down here so
Really?
I protect others, but I can breathe through my nose. Wearing a mask and exercising, Dane, does not work very good.
No, it's
I just
not.
want to let you know.
It's not.
By the way, you are so popular that you actually drew a studio audience of 2 people that might be interested in your product. But we won't talk about that because we'll talk about that later. You know. By the way, this is fun. I got a funny story. I have a friend who actually claims that they ran a huge pot ring in the college which they attended back in the day. And the stories that this person tells me, whose name we'll rename out of it, is hysterical.
I bet.
It's hysterical.
I bet.
But why do these people are in jail for selling pot? It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
I actually have some police officers friends who say that they will not, when they catch somebody with pot,
Enforce it, yeah.
they don't enforce it anymore.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to ultimately end up being.
Right.
But
how crazy is it that one state allows it and the state next to it doesn't? You could be in jail for it.
Yep.
None like states' rights. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, my special guest today has been Dane Verstrat.
Correct.
Verstrat. I said it right. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their bite. Support CBD and support your local pot seller, not corporate pot sellers. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
that was awesome.